Hello, good evening and welcome. I'm Chris. This is Gross Models and it's Wednesday, so it's time to be at the bench. I am building tonight, continuing what I did last week. Sophie didn't watch last week, but Sophie's in this week, and she's just got a crown. She's put in a super chat already and saying let's go. Yeah, thank you, Sophie. Today I am continuing the Mandalorian helmet that Sophie got me for Christmas. Last week I built most of it. That's what we've got so far. There is the back of it's almost done, and the front's obviously got a bit to go, but we'll be getting on with that. And Mark has lost his crown already. He did have it briefly before he came in, but now he's lost it, and he's going to be all sad for a little while. Now this is a cardboard kit that needs gluing together, and I just dropped the glue, which is down there. There we go. We'll go straight down to the bench and see exactly what's what down here anyway. I'll show you what the thing is. I don't know, they didn't really show what these are for yet. I still haven't used them, but I don't know. They're like little mini post-it note type things. The glue, I put the lid back on. So let's pop that back out. Otherwise, I'll be wondering why no glue's coming out. So let's pop that back there. Put that over there for now. So yes, we have some glue for soon. We have the instructions. So basically we've got all these little panels to put on. It doesn't look like that. It's going to have different, it's going to have little marks on it like these are there. So it's not going to be quite as nice looking as the instructions show them, but there we go. Let's have a quick look at chat. Mark was the first in. Gemma is in. I'm in. Sophie's in. The Bobbins is here. That seems to be everybody at the moment. I think you'll find I have the crown, so Sophie. Yeah, and with, you know, £5 in, you're going to be keeping it for a little while, I should think. So what did I do? Did that. No, didn't do. Yeah, did that. No, wait, what? I'm lost as to how far round I got now. I did that bit with that. That must be it. Is that the same bit as the other side? No, we did these eye bits, but not that bit. I think that's another eye bit. We'll figure it out in a minute. Or is that bit? You know what? I'll be able to find out which bits I've still got left over. So there we go. Let's go from there. I want a steward's inquiries as the Bobbins. Why? What's the Bobbins done? What's going on now? Everything's falling apart. Emma's falling out of her chair. What's that bit? That must be an extra bit for another kit that I didn't have. Put me back on there. There we go. Right, that's that back comfortable. So I've done 55, 56, 57. Move that out the way over there. Right, so have I got 52? 52 I haven't done yet, so it must be the end of that page that I got to. So I need 2 and 3 and 4 and 63, which is this big one there. So these pop out nicely, but they've still got lots of little things in them. Um, Gavin's here as well, apparently. Is he? I didn't see the chat from any chat from Gavin. He's obviously just sitting with watching with Sophie, I think. But hello, Gavin. Welcome. Um, so these have got little bits that need to be popped out. And they're the bits that you would be using that make it look like it's attached. There we go. Actually, one of the rare days when I saw Sophie today, so did remind her about the stream, and then I sent her a text just before we went live, just in case she forgot again. Pop all of these out. So how is everybody? I know Mark's going to be a little bit depressed for a little while until he manages to get his crown back. But how's everybody else? Are you all doing all right? How has your week been? Where are we today? Is Wednesday. So we're halfway through the week. It'll be the weekend before you know it. It'll all be fine. Um, how did you get the one already, Gemma? Says Mark, just after Sophie stole it. I've no idea how the chat works. The super chat point thing seems to be very random as to how people get it so quick and where it comes from, except for throwing money at it. That seems to get you it quite quickly. Right. What's that bit for? Is that... It's going to be going over here. So where's that going to end up? Is that going to end up in there? Yeah, that's still going to go over there. That's going to go into that little hole there. All right. Okay. We'll figure it out. All good, says Gemma. Had a lovely bloke doing some gardening for me today. He loves his days off. Yeah, that's I didn't have to do very much gardening, so it wasn't terrible. But yeah, I didn't particularly enjoy that. I don't know which of these I've got glue, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on all of them. So I'm sure some of them are going to have extra bits going through into them. Right, let's figure this out. It's going to go over the top of that. That's going to go in there. Had a good day with Mum. Saw Dad for a bit. Then he went shopping. Mum beat me on my own game. Yeah, Sophie's been playing some Fortnite. Game I never got into, Fortnite. Okay, there we go. That's the thing. So we've added a bit around the outside of that. That's all good. That's working. Sound keeps dropping out, says Sophie. Does it really for everybody, or is it just for you? Why my sound control isn't working? That's interesting. Thought it was just me, says Mark. Right, I don't know. According to my stream software, my audio is going out properly and should be there. I don't know why it isn't. It's gone completely. Audio okay here, says the bobbins. Gemma is losing sound too. It's just the bobbins can hear me okay. No idea about that. Let me have a look and see if I can't figure it out a little bit. Stream frozen. I'm still here. Hello. I can hear you at the moment, says Gemma. So that's okay. I don't know. Let me just make a couple of tweaks here, because that should be... All right, I get why that was not controlling that properly, but now that is. So that should be... Yeah, I can control my mic audio again now. Stream is freezing sometimes, but not for long, says Gemma. Close and refresh, says Mark. That's always a good advice. Just closed and it's back. Yeah, I don't think it's me that's the problem. I think it might be YouTube messing around. Right, these are going around, continuing around that bit, I think. Yeah. So let's get some more glue on this one. Yeah, so everything should be okay. Did you get my drink, says Sophie. I did. I didn't get a can, I got a bottle. But it's sitting in the fridge. I believe it's in the fridge. Gemma would have put it somewhere, but I don't know exactly where it is. That's right. Just making sure I didn't just get a message. Nothing important. Thank you. I'll have it next time I'm over. Cool. Stefan, no audio issues mine so far, but then again, I haven't been here very long. Good evening. Welcome. Have you had home care yet? Or are you here for the duration now? Or are you going to be disappearing in a minute? That shouldn't have popped up. That should be staying down. Maybe that's what the little taggy things are for. What are the little taggy things for? I thought they were around this top bit, but they're obviously not. Unless they're... There aren't any little taggy things. I thought they're little squares, but they're obviously actually these. There we go. Drink bribes, says Mark. It wasn't. It wasn't particularly a bribe. I mean, it obviously seemed to have worked as a bribe, but there we go. Home care's done. That's why I was a little late. That's all good to know. Sorted. All good things. So that's that. Right. So that's that picture done. Let's do the next one down here. So we need 58 is a funny shaped one. That's this one. 60, 61, 65, and 59. It's probably most of the rest of these, isn't it? 60. Are these the same? These are all the same, so I don't have to worry about which one of these they are. Good. And while I've got this here, I'm going to get the last two bits off. I'll be able to tell which one's which because they're completely different shapes to everything else. Good, and that's another bit of cardboard finished with. Move them over there for now. Right, I got to pop out all of the bits from this again. Maybe the blue things are for the base, says Sophie. Well, no, they seem to be... I forgot you missed the first one. It shows them like that, but it doesn't really say anything about them. I mean, they're actually... What's the best way of describing it? They're like little post-it notes without the writing. This bit is not sticky. It's only that last little bit down there that is sticky. So it sort of shows it like that for some reason, but I don't know why. And it's not really sticky enough to... I suppose you could probably cover two of them. but I don't think it's not really strong enough to hold it anywhere. So I don't know. It sort of does that, but doesn't really do that. It's all just a little bit strange. They might be stickers to hold something in place. That's the impression that I get from them. And they're obviously got the little peely bit, but as you can tell from that bit, well, you can't because it was off camera. They're not that sticky. So you sort of put it down there, hold it in place, and then it sort of unpeels itself like that and peels back up. So I don't know. That might be the intention, but it's certainly not working out that way. Like you, says Sophie, what, a little bit sticky. I'm not a little bit sticky. I'm not sticky at all. Not fully attached. Is that what you meant? I don't know. So yeah. Anywho. So that's what we got there. Today I have been shopping. I have done a bit of gardening, unfortunately, but there you go. Shellard has also done a super chat stickery thing, a critical hit for £4.99. I don't know what that means. Does that mean he gets the crown? We'll find out. Sophie says still here with her number one crown. So it didn't work, Mark. I don't know why it didn't work. I assume you didn't quite put in enough. Had your mum round, says Sophie. We did indeed, yes. We didn't get dinner. I normally get dinner for me and mum from Tesco's, but they didn't have what we normally have. So we ended up getting Subway in. So we ordered in for lunch. She had that. She enjoyed that. As long as it's worthwhile, huh? Shellard is all upset that he hasn't got his crown back. I mean, it's made it one of the top 10 profitable streams that I've ever done. So I can't argue with that. But the fact that Mark hasn't got his crown is going to be upset for him. I don't know. Going to be all sad, isn't he? Right, so this is the first next bit, which is going to go around there. That means there's a bit for the middle. Something. Let's get this on first. And then it's obviously got to be the other three going round again. And then that one. And then that'll be the end of the front bit, won't it? That's that one. There we go. Did you enjoy Bargain Hunt, says Sophie. Mute, says Mark. I'm not muted. It is still going out. I thought that, or was he concentrating? Hello. There's no sound. There is sound. It's going out. I can't. And I know, I understand, but. Okay, just to let you know, obviously, it's not just me. Okay. Yeah. Right, try refreshing. There is still sound. It's a word that we can't hear him. Sound is going to YouTube. I don't know. I don't know. I've just checked to make sure sound is going out, but make up your own sound as you're listening. Sound is back now, says Sophie. It's obviously just glitching out occasionally. Apologies for that, but it's not my fault. It's a YouTube problem. You know what YouTube be like. Um, I apologise if you're not getting sound properly and you wanted it. I mean, if you didn't want it, then that's ideal for you, isn't it? You can just get to watch what I'm doing without listening. Have you tried turning the volume up? No idea why YouTube is playing up tonight. It's not my fault. For once, I can say I haven't been playing with anything, and it should in fact all be working. Sometimes I do play with things, and it might be my fault. But tonight, I can tell you honestly that I haven't been playing, so it's not my fault. We'll just have to keep refreshing it. This is Gemma. Yeah, that sounds like it might be the option. I don't know. Let's try this one now then. I mean, I could cancel the stream and start again, but then Mark and Sophie would have to fight it out again. So, that wouldn't be fun for them. YouTube is broken. Shellard did it. It's quite possible. Mark will do anything to get his crown back. I wouldn't put breaking YouTube completely off of his, out of his wheelhouse. Uh, Trust you, Mark. Yeah, see, it's all Mark's fault. Why is this one not going on now? The other one went on without any real trouble at all. This one is not liking it. Try that again. There we go. That's that. That, and that's that. It does work. Mark has put in another super chat. No need for sabotage. He has indeed got his crown back. Well done, Mark. Congratulations. Welcome to the land of having your crown. It's not coming through fully on that, so I'm going to put some more glue down here just to make sure that that stays where it's put. Get that held down there for a few minutes just to make sure it stays there. Yeah, Mark is enjoying his crown, at least for a little while. Oh. I assume that's probably going to keep it is for forever now, or at least for this stream. Of course, if I have to finish the stream because it's broken and start another one, then he wouldn't have his crown anymore. Just saying, if it breaks, it's not my fault. So, yeah. So it's Wednesday. How has your week's been? You're halfway through a week. Anything special been happening for everybody else? Why this side's not lining up as well as that side? I'm not sure what else there is to go around that bit. Again, that bit's not quite as well attached. Strange. Anywho, that was that. Let's get 64. That was that funny bit. Was that a thing that I'm using yet? Not that. This. No, I'm not using that yet. 62. I'm using that on the one below. So I need 71, 2, and 3 from my last sheet. 71, 2, and 3 are all the same. So let's pop them off of there. In that case, any Jaffa cakes purchased would need to be sent to me, says Mark. I didn't buy myself any Jaffa cakes today. Just the Katie Jaffa cakes were purchased today. Right, so what's this going to do? That goes that way and that goes that way. So these are going to go on the back of the helmet. What are we doing? We're starting down the bottom. That bit, oh, that bit goes into there. Okay. Let's put some glue to 3 of those. So let's get started on those. 1, 2, 3, and that slot. Get that in there. Like that. And then these go in there. They... Oh, right. They don't go much down. They go down a bit, but not sure. Just sort of fold over a little bit, like a bit of armor plating type thing. There's a frame that sort of goes over the top of them. Okay, let's figure that out next then. So I need 3 more of them and then 62 as well. Let's get the other 3 of those off. 2, 3. What's that? No Jaffa cake, says Mark. Yes, it's terrible. I didn't see any of the nice flavoured ones. So I didn't buy them. Because if they didn't have them, then I can't buy them. I must admit, Tesco's was a bit rubbish today. Their ice cream cabinet was completely empty and broken, apparently. So I couldn't get me mum a normal ice cream that she has. Go across there. That's that. I need 67 as well. It's going to go for the big frame piece that goes around the outside of these. I can't say I've looked at the back of the Mandalorian helmet in any great detail to know how accurate any of this is. I'm assuming it's fairly accurate, but I just assumed that the back of it was pretty boring. But maybe it's got some levels of interest to it. So that's at the top. It's going into these 4 bits here. So let's get all of those glued up a little bit. That one at the top. So that side can go in there. And then we'll get that twisted round. Get that side in there. And that gives us that at the back. With that across the top. And that across the bottom. It's a thing. It's got some sort of vent thing going on. Not entirely certain what it's for, but it's some sort of vent thing. Obviously, heat dissipation for the back of his head. Must be a thing. Let's see what else we have. 70. That's the big bit here. Get that off of there. Come on. There we go. Get that over there out the way for now. Go up there. I'm going to need this to pop out all of these bits again. Two and a one. A one and a two. One, one, two. One, a one, and three. Must be warm in them helmets, says Mark. I would assume so, yeah. I mean, they might have some sort of life support built into them. Do they use them in space? Have they used Mandalorian helmets in space? I don't remember if we ever saw him in space. Film's out soon, isn't it? This month? What with us being in March already? Right. This is this. So that is the back over there, no doubt. So that's, yeah, that's going over the top there. Right. What I'm going to do is add some glue to this whole run that's got that going across it. What we got? This is going across the front there. There? I can't tell exactly where. Let's figure out where. Start at the back anyway. Those two are going in the... I'll start in the middle. So that's going across there. Right. That's a good start. So that goes round there. That one goes on there. Oh, it goes across there. Right. Okay, let's get some glue across there then. That'll do us. Going shopping tomorrow. Jaffa Cakes will be replenished, says the Bobbins. That's the important thing, isn't it? Yeah, March already, soon be time for Christmas, says Mark. Christmas is a little while away yet, but yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, there we go. That's that. Again, I'm going to have to hold that to make sure that sits on there for a minute. Robin's Jaffa Cakes will be replenished. Are you going for normal Jaffa Cakes or are you going for a flavoured one? What's the Jaffa Cake of choice, or does it depend on what you can get? If you can get either, what would you go for? Would you go for both? Both is a valid answer. All of the Jaffa Cakes is a valid answer. Okay, that'll do for that, I think. That'll probably stick while I'm doing this. No, it won't. Yeah, and that should be going into the hole there. He's going into the hole there. I don't know why it's not holding down where it should be. Ho hum. Yeah, March. Today I have purchased the next game that I'm going to be playing on the line, on the streams. Crimson Desert. I spent my Microsoft points on that, so that is good to go. 69 and 78 and 66. Yeah, Crimson Desert. I will be starting to stream towards the end of the month when it actually releases. I thought I might as well use my points up now and get that purchased so I can get it downloaded, ready to go. 78. There we go. It's that one. I don't know if anyone's seen anything about it, but it certainly looks interesting and it looks quite big. So I think that will keep me busy for a little while. Right, that's going that way. And that's going on to there. There? Yes, because I think that's going to go outwards. So that goes on there. Goes on there. This is going to go into there. Oh, into there. All right, I gotcha. So there. And onto those two. So in there, in there. Okay, I should be probably have done this bit first. Yeah, that's got that on there then. And then these have got to go in wherever they've got to go in. That one on there. That one on there. And then those two have got to go up the top there. And they're not lining up. So let's try and get them on first then, maybe. I might be able to see I think they're too far apart. Why are we doing this one after we've done that bit that's in the way? Should that be going down? That should be going in. That's actually folded down. Oh, there's a bit it should be going over. Right, okay. So that goes in there like that. Right, that makes life a little bit easier, I think. Is it still going to be that way, or is it going to be that? It's got to be that way. Because that's where the folds are. You can't fold it the other way. So that's that one on there. That one on there, right. And then these ones have got to go down there. There we go. Yeah, that goes in place. It gives us the little shape bit on the inside. Yeah, that's quite cool. I like that. That's worked quite well. So then this one is going to go across the top. That's the bit at the front. So these are round there. Okay, so this is going on the front in there. And this is just going to be running across all of that. Across all of that. Across those two. And there, those two. And one at the back? No, not one at the back. Not that far round. That bit goes in there. And then everything just follows around from that. Yeah, so there's quite a lot of Robocop to go, according to the little online walkthrough thing that I looked at. It does go all the way around to the back there. Past that, onto there. Yeah, so Robocop will be continuing longer than I expected. It's a bigger game than I thought. It is actually basically a full game. I thought it was just like a DLC level, but it seems to be basically a full game. Right, let's get the other side of that folded over out the way where that should be anyway. There we go. Right. Then we can get rid of the other side, which is these bits. Oh, it's a slightly different side, this one. Oh, because it's got the telescoping thing, isn't it? Almost finished it. You'll need to start something else tonight. Yes, I do have another kit ready to go in case this is almost finished. So yes, I did think that might be the case. So yeah, there's another kit that I shall at least be starting. Maybe not finishing, but we'll see. 79, 80, 81, and 85. Not 68 yet. I must have missed a bit because that's definitely haven't done that. Oh, 68 was up here. 68 and 77. All right, let's get them done first then. This is the bit on the inside. There. Okay. And then these bits. Got to push them out from this side. Even though this is now the inside. Sophie has good choice in gifts. Yes, this has worked quite well. Thank you, Sophie. It's interesting. It's not too difficult. I can still pay attention to the, the live streaming stuff while doing it. On there, and then that one down over those two bits. Cool. It's not exactly a museum grade model, but it's quite good. You can tell what it is. Can you tell what it is yet? So there we go. Let's get 79, 80, 81, 85. 79, 80, 81, 85. Big bit. Right. And what's this? That goes much almost parallel back, right? I'll just go back a little bit. Okay. So that's those. This is going onto this side. Into there. There. Yeah, okay. Oh, and that one's got to go in the bottom bit. Get some glue on there. And that should just slot in there. Yeah, there we go. That's the thing. Okay, where do these go? That one just goes at the top. Those two go together. Yeah. Into there. Like that. And that goes... Oh, is that more inside there? That's to make a bit of framework for this. Okay, let's put that back out again. So that goes in there. Okay, that gives you the internals for this. That's not really necessary because it can't really go anywhere else, but there we go. It does that, and then this is going across the top of it. Okay. Then we need 83, 80, 82, 83, 84, 86, 82, 83, 84, 86. Things to bend. They go together like that. And then that one is the next one up. All right, over there. And then this bit. I think I'm almost out of glue. That bit there, that bit there, yes, there. Okay, and then that I'm gonna have to break out my normal proper glue because that's basically dead. So real glue time now. This is where it gets serious. There we go. A little bit of real glue. Not going to use very much of this because this is proper, really sticky glue. Okay, and that's 3 at the top, so it's that way up. That one in there. And all of these have got to go in at the same time because otherwise you won't get them all together. Come on. All together now. Is that? No, it is lining up there. All right, let's do it from the other end then. Do it from the 3. Those in. Then the rest of it. My tweezers. A little bit pokey with it. Here we go. That's that thing, right? And the last few pages, this is where Chris comes stuck literally. Yes, I might well get completely stuck now. Right, what have we got now? 92. This is basically the same thing on the other side, isn't it? 92, which is actually the last bit. 89, 88, 94. 89. 88. 94. And then the other bits for the top bit. Cool. And that is the last piece. No bits left over. So these are going to go together. Like that. These are going to go together again like that. That all goes in there. That one. There, and there. Like that. And these bits on the outside. All of this bent round. Cool. Those in that side. Those in that side. That up your bottom. Cool. That one across the top. Like that. Then that bit across the top there, and that. That. Then we've got that to go across there and there. Like that. One more bit to put in. Gonna go across all of those. Down there and onto the two sides. Three of them in there. That one in the bottom. Those two in the sides. And that is that. Let's move a little droid out the way. Lid on my glue. Got that out the way. Get that out the way. And there we have the Mandalorian helmet completed. And that does look pretty cool. It's not quite as good as it looks on the box because you've still got the little parts exposed where it's been attached. But that is not bad at all. I quite like that. Thank you very much, Katie, Sophie, even, for that. Did enjoy building that. Well done, says Shellard, with his #1 crown. Yeah, that's pretty cool. A couple of bits are not quite right. No, that's lined up properly. It's still left a bit of a gap. There we go. That looks good, says Gemma. Thank you. There we go. So what I'm going to do now, because I've finished that, is I will make a start on another kit. Casey's been moaning at me for a while that I haven't done the sushi that I got. So I'm going to make a start on the sushi. But it's already nearly 9 o'clock, so I won't be doing all of it tonight. But this is the sushi with the fewest part count in it, which is 139 pieces. Some sort of stew bowl by the looks of it. Great choice, Sophie and Gavin. Yes, thank you very much, Sophie and Gavin, for that. Was a fun distraction build. This is much better seal than the previous ones of these have been. is a bit strange because they're all basically the same. Yeah, even that's a heavier plastic than normal, I think. Right, I'm not going to dispose of that because I'm going to be putting it back in there for now. Because, as I say, this won't be a complete build tonight. I can return to this next week, finish it off, and probably do one of the others as well. It's bigger, more parts than I was expecting. It's interesting. So, yeah. Right, I don't need that. I'm not going to put the parts back in the plastic. I'll just put them back in the ball. Right, let's have a look. We'll start, as ever, with part number 1. I'm going to break them off of there first as well. Get rid of the extra plastic from that. There we go. Right. So we're good to go. Let's have a look. I'm going to need, not them, 3 of them and 3 2x6 is the same, but the shiny version, those, no, not them. 2x6. Oh, it is by 6. Right, that's by 4. So it is them. 1, 2. It says 3 of them. Right, so that's right. Hang on, that's going over that one like that. That one in the middle. That one in the middle. That one there, and that one there. Cool. It looks like it was pretty jam-packed. That really was. I'm surprised at the excess number of pieces in this. Considering this is the smallest number of pieces in the sushi bit and sushi range. There's obviously more of this to happen, right? Won't it? That's going on there like that, and that will be on there like that. Yeah. This is going to be bigger than expected. 2 more of them. Going on the other side, no doubt. And 2 more of them. Okay. 2 of them. 4 of them. I was going to say I've got some of them as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another one of them. And 2 of those. But you're going to fill in those gaps. So this is going in the middle. Right, okay. Going in the middle, and they're going outside like that. More big pieces, I guess, says Stefan. It certainly seems to be that way. I mean, there's some big bowl type pieces. So it could easily be, yeah. 4 more of them and 2 more of them. Right. 2, 1, 3, 4. Another one. Around the outside of the other bit. So as you would imagine, around there. Like so. 4 of those. 2, 3, and 4, and 4 of those. 2, colours right. There's some grey ones that not the same. One, not the green ones. There's one. There we go. These are going in there, and these are going around the outside. That's fair enough. I quite like that. So far, so good. Yeah. So I'm setting up for some Crimson Desert. I don't know. It comes out on the 19th, which is Thursday, I believe. 2 weeks on Thursday. So I might do a Thursday stream for that. A quick launch stream. What do you think? Should I do a one-off Thursday night stream? Where are they? Oh, these are going around there. Oh, okay, I got you. So we're just making an edge to the bowl, to the plate. Never tried sushi. Neither have I, says Gemma. No, I don't like seafood best of times, so I have no appeal for sushi. My brother likes it. There we go. Right, then I need one of them and one of that. We've got a black version of that, maybe. I've got two brown ones. Is there a black one? A spoon, big spoon. Don't think there is a black one. So it must just be a brown one that just looks a different colour in there. Yeah, no, it's definitely not a black one because they're a different colour entirely. Yes. What's the word? Should I do a Thursday stream? I'll put a post up during the week to sort of test the waters. It's the best way of framing it. To find out what people think. But while you're here live, you get some added input. So what do you think? Would you watch a stream on a Thursday night? I'll still be doing the Wednesday. So I'll be doing a game on Wednesday, at the bench on Wednesday in 2 weeks' time. Whatever it is that I'm doing on the Wednesday night. But then would you come back on Thursday for another game stream? Just a one-off Thursday night game stream. Stefan's tried sushi once 30 years ago, thought it tasted of seaweed, not for me. Doesn't appeal, says Mark. Is that to the Thursday? Mark then says yes to the Thursday, I think. I'd probably pop in and watch this, Stefan. I know Gemma would watch, that doesn't really help. I'll chuck a poll up. Just in case anybody's watching and not in that actual live chat. So, special Thursday. I think it's the 19th. I'm fairly confident that that's right. Yes and no. Good answers for that. There we go. So we now have a poll up just to make it official. Do need the other one of those in the middle. And 4 of those around the edge. Yeah, apart from anything else, if it's the day that the game comes out, it's nice to have a stream on that day because I might get some more people watching that don't normally watch because it's a special launch video, launch game. But I would like, obviously, some regulars to be there because apart from anything else, you'll be in the chat. There we go. You know what? I'm going to finish this tonight because there's not that many bits to it, really. It was just huge. I need 1 more of those. There it is. And 4 of the corner pieces as well. 2, 3, 4. This is going 1 in from the edge there. That one. That one. So far it's 100% yes. I can't tell how many people have voted that. I think I can at some way at the end. But it seems that some people are going to be watching it. So I shall probably do that. I'll set it up when I know for sure that it's coming out that day. It won't be for very long. I won't do a long stream. It'll be an hour-ish just to basically get started on the game. We'll see what it's all about. Have some fun with it. Start the main story and things. Again, I think it's a game that's going to have lots of side quests and things that I can do in between times. Right. Oh, this is just floating around inside it. So we've got a few of those. That one's just going next to that. Very strange. My new personal assistant. Never mind. Okay. I've been playing around with my smart home, trying to make it smarter. So I've got some new little what they call satellite units that are these little Empire stacks, they're called, which are basically little microphones and speakers. The speakers are pretty rubbish, as you may not have even heard that one talking. They're not great. I've been randomly putting these on, but now I've got these bits to put on as well, so I might have to rearrange some things and get it back where it should be. Because otherwise I might not be able to fit these in properly. So I think I'm going to have to go back and start again. I didn't realise that there was more things to put on than just the few random bits. A tool here. Let's see how that works for these. It doesn't work at all for those. Oh, it does if you do it that way. Okay. That doesn't help with those though. Maybe we can get under them. I really can't get under them. Let's use an actual tool. Uh, Mine doesn't do that, but randomly butts into a conversation, says Mark. Did you hear it? It might be an hour game where you spend the first hour in character creation. No. The character creation, it has no character creation. The playable character is a set character. Apparently, there's a lot of stuff to do with outfits and cosmetics and things like that. But the actual main character, you cannot redesign. You are stuck with the design of the main character. Right, let's figure this out now then. I've got that one and that one. One of those is just next to it there. And then 2 down and 1 across for that. That one diagonally down from that. 1 down there for that. 1 over there for that. But that's only 3 of them. Where's the 4th one of them? Oh, there. Okay. Right. And then that one is there. I've got that wrong then. That's in the corner. I'll move these across 1. I moved them all across 1, I think. Yes, I've moved them all to the left 1. So let's move them all over to the right 1. Oh, come on. Didn't think they were going to be a problem. That's a problem, but that's okay. So it's got 1 less bit of onion and thing in it. Okay, so that's that. So then there's that one's there. That one is there. That one is there. Yep. And that one is on those 2, 3 rather. Okay, that goes across there. Knew that one. And then this starts off there. Like that. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. There. Like that. Then goes up that way. And then that ends up there. And that one comes from there. And ends up there. Yeah, that's the thing. Right, we have 100% vote on there. And that's 5 votes. 4 votes, 5 votes. 5 votes to say that. So I'll end the poll there. So that will do. It looks like yes would be the answer to that. 4 of them. 4 of them. Building up the outside again. Okay, that's easy. Yes, so I'll arrange that stream for the 19th. Hugh's got in. Evening, Hugh. You just missed out on a poll, unless you got in and did the vote on the poll before you came and said hello. Just closed it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've missed Mark battling for the coveted crown of being top dog. You did have to fight Sophie for it earlier. There we go. That's that. I think that's the bowl done. I'm going to put that in there as well. And that. Oh, that fell off. There we go. Then I've got to build, I believe, spoon. That's on there. Right, two of them. Two of them. Oh, wait, that's a half size one. That's a quarter size one. That's different. I don't know that. One of them. So wait, well that's got to go on the inside of that. Okay. That's got to go on the inside of that. And they go on to the inside of that. That way round. There we go. Like that. And that goes under there. I put them in the wrong place. They're down there. Come on. And that. No battle, says Mark. Well, you lost to begin with. That one there. Okay. We need two of them. That and one of that. Oh, that. Okay. What we've got to do with that? That goes onto that. And they go into that. Oh, come on, don't escape. No, you can't escape. Okay, they're onto that. And what about that? I don't have to do that. You do that. Yeah. That goes onto the bottom of that, going that way. This is a bit strange. Testing the waters, says Mark. Oh, what, for the battle? Yeah, okay. Well, you can take that. That's fine. If that's what you think. That goes on there. What? So that then goes to there. Like that. That's going to be in the middle of that. Okay, so that gives us an extra level of that. Okay, and then the spoon bit goes on the front of that. And then that's done. Okay. 2 bits left over. Spoon, soup, sushi, sorted. There we go. I'll have to tell Katie about that tomorrow. So, there we go. We're done. Apologies for the audio problems to begin with, but it wasn't my doing, and thankfully it seemed to sort itself out in the end. Right. Thank you very much. It's been a good one. Did anyone notice my shirt? What do you think? Apart from the fluff. Anyone recognise the shirt? That's the real question. Gemma didn't get it, but so I'm sure somebody in chat will recognise it. You got the final minute to put in what the shirt represents. Someone will get it. But other than that, I shall see you on Saturday when the guys and I return for some more power washing. Nice simple evening with that. Sunday, Katie's back for some split fiction. Bobbins and Stefan jump in with the Fifth Element. Absolutely, yes, it is indeed. Well done. Although Stefan wasn't sure by the sounds of it. But yes, Fifth Element, absolutely. Well done. Congratulations. Geek points for both of you. I prefer your other shirts, says Gemma. Yeah, I've got other shirts, but I thought we'll wear this one tonight. So thank you very much. Mark comes in with Fifth Element, but I don't know, you're a bit late. I don't know if you're copying them. I know you don't get your geek points for that, but you can keep your crown. Um, Sunday, yes. Split Fiction with Katie. I've looked at a video online to see how much more we've got to go, and we've got a bit more to go. I think there's 2 more weeks, maybe 3. So that's still a thing. Then Tuesday, back for some more Horizon. Air, Wind, Water, Fire, yes, and obviously Mila Jovovich is the fifth element. Yes, so I shall see you at the weekend, and then Tuesday it's a more for what's it? Next Wednesday. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I might do another sushi or two. I might do something different. I'll have to think about it, and it will be a mystery until I come back next week and find out what I'm going to be building at the bench. I have got other things as well as sushi. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But for now, that's another evening done. Thank you very much. Enjoy yourselves. Take it easy. And give someone a hug. And I'll see you for more next week. Or at the weekend, rather. So thanks for watching. Stay safe. And I'll see you soon. Multi pass. Yeah. Bye bye for now.